There are moments when the water's surface is deceptively calm, yet deep below, in the very heart of the ocean, powerful currents are already forming. They are invisible, but their energy is felt, a harbinger of an incoming tide. It is precisely this kind of lull, Pisces, that now envelops your world. You, whose soul is woven from the depths of the world's waters, feel this unseen call, this whisper of the universe, foretelling something grand. The air around you is electrified with anticipation. This is not merely a premonition, but a vibration of impending change, permeating every cell. You sense old energies receding, giving way to new ones that bring rebirth and justice. It is for you, chosen ones of the water element, that I have come to be the voice of these changes. My message is a key to that pearl that has awaited its moment at the bottom of the cosmic ocean. Listen carefully. The universe is ready to return what is rightfully yours. The time has come for the karmic scales to achieve perfect balance, and debts will be paid. Remember this day, Pisces, September 14, 2025. On this date, your karmic debt will be repaid. It will come not as abstract energy, but in a very concrete form. The one who once caused you pain, leaving a mark on their own flesh, will appear before you with unexpected sincerity. The person with a scar on their hand will offer deep and sincere apologies, and along with them, a suitcase full of money. This is the tangible manifestation of restored justice, a sign that the universe sees all. This day will be the triumph of years of anticipation. But the universe does not leave its chosen ones without warning. Before the great event unfolds in its fullness, it sends signs, subtle, almost imperceptible, yet deeply felt by those whose souls are attuned to its frequency. Your intuition, like a deep-sea sonar, is already picking up these signals, recognizing in them the harbingers of what's to come. Pay attention to recurring numbers that flash on clocks, in license plates, or in random inscriptions. 11 March 11, 2222, or even 1409, 2025, as if invisible threads are weaving the pattern of the future. This is not just a trick of the mind, Pisces. It is the cosmic conductor giving the first cues, tuning the orchestra of destiny. Dreams that once seemed merely a play of the subconscious now become clearer. Prophetic visions where familiar faces or symbols flash, carrying a hidden meaning, sometimes even hinting at the person with the scar. Do not dismiss them. Instead, try to decipher these messages from the depths of the global consciousness. And even random phrases dropped by strangers in a crowd, snippets of songs on the radio, or lines from books suddenly take on special significance for you, resonating with inner knowledge, as if the ocean's whisper brings you tidings. Each such sign is a lighthouse carefully lit on your path, urging you to be vigilant and ready to accept what is destined. Yet these lighthouses do not merely point the way. They also ignite an inner light, awakening what lay dormant. At some point, Pisces, amidst the whisper of the universe and the echo of past grievances, you will feel this piercing realization. It will come unexpectedly, like a wave that rolls onto the shore after a long calm. Suddenly, the air will be knocked out of you, and it will become clear things cannot continue as they were. The cup has overflowed. This clarity, like seawater washing the scales from your eyes, will reveal old wounds that you meticulously hid deep within your soul. The pain of injustice, the bitterness of betrayal, the weight of unrealized dreams, all of it will surface. You will recall that long-held dream, buried under layers of daily life, that pearl you were afraid to bring to light. Or that feeling when something precious was unfairly taken from you, leaving only a scar on your soul. It is at this very moment, when your inner voice grows louder than the external noise, that you will realize it's time not just to wait, but to act. Time to gather your resolve to embrace what is coming. This is not weakness, Pisces, but strength born from the depths of your wisdom. It is the realization that the universe is not just speaking to you, but also granting you the right to claim what is yours. But even as the universe extends its hand, a different, quiet, yet persistent voice may sound within you. Like mist creeping across the water, it will try to envelop you, whispering familiar, deceptive words. Stay where you are, it's safe. Why stir up the past? Why disturb what has already settled at the bottom? This voice is the echo of your own shadow, Pisces, an ancient fear of change, a desire to dissolve into the familiar, even if painful, just to avoid confrontation with the unknown. It will convince you that peace is more important than justice, that it's easier to forget than to face the one who caused pain and receive the long-awaited answer. This is not weakness, but a deep, almost instinctive reaction inherent to your sensitive nature, a desire to retreat from conflict, to hide at the bottom of your inner ocean where there are no storms. It will lure you back into the illusion of comfort, saying that the pearl, however beautiful, is not worth rising from the depths for, overcoming the resistance of the water's mass. You may feel it's simpler to leave things as they are, not to rock the boat, even if it has long been leaking. But remember, Pisces, it is at this moment of choice that the true strength of spirit is tested, the ability to swim against the current of your own doubts. Yet this mist, Pisces, cannot obscure your true essence, for you are not merely a sensitive soul guided by currents, but also a deep-sea sage holding the knowledge of ages, and a priestess capable of seeing through the veil of illusions. Within each of you lies a power, ancient as the ocean itself, capable of calming any storm, be it external or internal. At the very moment when the whisper of doubt seems most convincing, you will feel an answer being born in the deepest part of your being. It will not be a shout, but a quiet yet powerful pulse emanating from your heart. This is the voice of your soul, finally breaking through the layers of fear, asserting, "I am not just waiting. I am ready to accept and act. I know who I am and what is due to me." This is not arrogance, Pisces. It is the awakening of the divine spark that lay dormant, awaiting its hour. It is in this moment of inner affirmation that you will take your first, most crucial step. It will be invisible to others, yet palpable to the entire universe. You will spread your unseen fins, fill with the power of the water element, and consciously head towards the light breaking through from the depths. You will not merely flow with the current, you will become the current, powerful and relentless, carrying you to that pearl, to that justice that already awaits on the surface. This step is your rejection of the role of victim of circumstances and the acceptance of the role of master of your destiny, one who can appeal to cosmic balance and receive what is owed. This powerful current, which you have created through your inner affirmation, will lead you to 3 gates that will open on September 14th, 2025, revealing the true face of karmic retribution. Each of these gates is not merely an event, but a profound transformation, affecting the very foundations of your being, Pisces, and leading to that pearl that already shines. The first gate is the restoration of the material flow. The suitcase of money that the person brings will be a tangible return of the energy of abundance, unfairly withheld from you. This flow will fill your inner reservoirs, allowing you to realize long-forgotten dreams and free yourself from invisible chains. This is your rightful resource for prosperity. The second gate is deep soul healing. The sincere apologies from the person with the scar on their hand will be a balm, washing away the bitterness of past grievances, like a clear stream. This is a chance to free your own heart from its burden, to allow it to open again to light and trust, finding inner peace. And the third gate is the discovery of the true path. When the material flow is restored and the soul is healed, you will feel all parts of your being come together. This pearl, finally retrieved from the depths, will not only illuminate your path, but also clearly reveal your unique mission. You will understand why all the trials occurred. This is the realization of your own strength, Pisces, and the readiness to bring your light to the world. You will not just receive a debt, you will become whole. But even when you feel whole, Pisces, the first wave that heralds true karmic retribution will bring not only the long-awaited gift, but also a test. It will come unexpectedly, like a powerful tide that may seem too overwhelming. At the very moment when, on September 14th, 2025, the person with the scar on their hand appears before you, carrying a suitcase of money and sincere apologies, your heart may clench. This is not fear, Pisces. It is the echo of old pain, rising from the depths like the long-forgotten wreckage of a shipwreck. It may seem easier to turn away, retreat into your depths, not accept this gift, which brings not only healing, but also a reminder of past suffering. But this is where your greatest strength lies, the power of a deep-sea sage, capable of seeing through the murky waters of emotion. Do not push it away, Pisces. Allow yourself to feel everything that rises from your depths, bitterness, relief, and even confusion. But do not cling to it. Your task is not to analyze or seek revenge, but to accept. Accept his remorse as a sign of cycle completion, and his gift as a tangible manifestation of cosmic justice. View him not as an offender from the past, but as an instrument of the universe, returning what is rightfully yours. Your intuition, your inner compass, will show you the way. This is a moment not for doubt, but for affirming your new, whole self. Breathe deeply, Pisces, and allow the flow of karma to pass through you, cleansing and filling. This is not weakness, but the highest form of control, the ability to remain open when the world tries to close you off. But it is not only internal currents that will test you, Pisces. As news of your retribution spreads like ripples on water, other energies will begin to gather around you. Some perhaps with envy, others with curiosity, and still others with unexpected requests. This is the second challenge, coming from the external world, from society, which is not always ready to accept another's happiness without the shadow of its own. You will encounter those who suddenly remember old debts, who will try to latch onto your success, or even those who will doubt your purity. Their words can be like sharp reefs on which your soul can be wounded, or like murky waters trying to obscure your true path. Your task is to remain a lighthouse, not allowing external noise to drown out the voice of your soul. The time has come to establish clear, yet non-aggressive boundaries, like invisible breakwaters that protect a calm harbor. Do not be afraid to say no to those who try to drain your energy or resources, but do so with the wisdom and compassion inherent to your nature. Your words should be clear as spring water, yet soft as the whisper of the surf. Remember, your pearl is meant for you, and only you decide how to use it. This is not selfishness, but self-preservation, necessary for your light to continue shining unobstructed. Speak sincerely, but do not reveal all your depths to those who are not ready to understand them. Let your diplomacy be like a current that flows around obstacles, not destroying them, but confidently moving towards its goal. Your heart is now free, and this freedom must be protected from external intrusions. But even when the external waves subside and you learn to skillfully navigate your course, the last, most subtle and profound challenge awaits you. It will come not from without, and it will not cry out for attention, but will rise from the most hidden depths of your own soul, like the ghostly echo of a long-forgotten song. This will be the temptation to return to the familiar, to what once seemed a safe harbor, even if that harbor was filled with stagnation. After the storm of emotions and the battle for your boundaries, a moment of strange silence will arrive, when the universe, as if testing your resolve, will momentarily withdraw, leaving you alone with yourself. In this hour, Pisces, your spirit will confront its most cunning enemy, your own doubt, whispering that this pearl, this newfound wholeness, is too heavy to bear, too bright for a world accustomed to your shadow. You may feel the temptation to hide again, to dissolve, to give your power to those who, in your opinion, need it more than you do, forgetting your unique mission. This is not weakness, but a deeply ingrained pattern, a desire for dissolution, for merging with the surroundings, inherent to your water element. But remember, Pisces, you are no longer who you once were. You have passed through storms and emerged, carrying light within you. Your task is not just to accept the gift, but to consciously carry it. The strategic advice is simple, yet demands all your inner strength. Do not retreat from your light. When this voice of doubt sounds, remember all you have experienced, all the signs, all the healings. Realize that your wholeness is not a burden, but a lighthouse that must shine. Open your depths not to dissolve, but to draw infinite strength and wisdom from them. Allow your pearl to shine, illuminating not only your path, but also the path of others. Your destiny is to be a conduit of light, not its keeper in the dark. Stay in the flow you yourself created, and do not allow anything to lead you away from your true course. This is your final test, and it will be the greatest triumph of your soul. And so, when this inner triumph, like a powerful surge, spread through every corner of your being. The universe itself, observing your resolve, sent you a new sign. Subtle, yet unmistakable. One day, as you seek solitude by the water, perhaps on a riverbank or a lake, an old woman will approach you. Her eyes will be deep as pools, and her hands furrowed with wrinkles, like ancient maps of currents. She will not speak much, but every word she utters will carry the weight of a stone polished by time. Handing you a small, perfectly smooth pebble, she will say, "This pebble is your mirror. When waves of doubt begin to approach again, look at it. In it, you will see not just a reflection, but the very essence of your path. It does not sink, Pisces, because it knows its density, its true nature. It does not cling to the shore, nor does it yield to every current. It moves with the flow, yet always retains its shape, its wholeness. Your strength lies in this inner density, in knowing who you are, regardless of external storms. Let it remind you, you do not merely float through life, you are the current, capable of shaping your own path, even when it seems that everything around you tries to dissolve you. This pebble is your silent mentor, whispering of your soul's steadfastness when the world around you is noisy. Hold it in your hand when you need to make an important decision, when the words of others try to drown out your inner voice. It is the anchor of your true essence, allowing you to remain true to yourself, without losing connection to the great ocean of life. This symbolic key, passed on through the wise messenger of the waters, will become your guiding star. It will not only strengthen your self-belief, but also provide practical guidance for action, reminding you that the true strength of Pisces lies not in resistance, but in conscious movement that preserves inner integrity. And now, as you firmly clutch your silent mentor, that very pebble, in your hand, you will feel the waves of anxiety recede, leaving behind a wondrous, almost blissful silence. It will seem to you that the deepest trials are behind you and all storms have subsided. The surface of your inner ocean will become perfectly smooth, reflecting a clear sky, and your pearl, finally brought to light, will shine so brightly that it will blind you with the illusion of ultimate victory. You will revel in this weightless ease, as if gliding across a mirrored surface, and each new day will bring only confirmation that you have found your peace, that justice has triumphed, and the karmic debt has been fully repaid. This feeling of deep satisfaction, Pisces, envelops you like warm currents, giving you confidence that the path to wholeness has been traversed. But remember, chosen ones of the water element, this is just a moment of respite, a precious pause that the universe grants you so you can breathe deeply. Do not let this apparent tranquility lull your vigilance. The true storm, meant to test the depth of your awareness and the steadfastness of your spirit, is still gathering its strength beyond the horizon. This is not the end of the journey, but merely preparation for the main, most crucial current you are yet to navigate. But even in this blissful lull, when it seems that all answers have been found, the universe is preparing something more than simple retribution for you. It is leading you to the very edge of existence, to that point of no return where every breath becomes a choice. The true storm I spoke of is not an external tempest, but an internal decision, a powerful current that burns all bridges behind you. This is the peak phase of the cosmic key, Pisces, a moment when the pearl of your wholeness demands not just possession, but absolute affirmation, a complete merging with your new destiny. You will feel everything that once seemed important, all old attachments, all ingrained fears that held you at the bottom, surface, demanding a final farewell. This is not just a renunciation of the past, but the deepest, irreversible immersion into your true self, where there is no room for compromise. The stakes are maximum. Either you fully embrace your reborn power, your light, your mission, or you allow the currents of doubt to drag you back into familiar, yet now alien depths. You will not be able to return to your former life, to your former illusions of comfort. This day, this choice will become a watershed, after which your path will only lead forward, through the shining waters of a new dawn, to that pearl that now not only belongs to you, but is you. Yet even in this radiance, Pisces, the path beyond the watershed will not be strewn with sea stars. The great affirmation of your wholeness, This irreversible yes to your new destiny will demand equally great sacrifices. You will feel a powerful current, one you yourself created, begin to mercilessly sever everything that no longer resonates with your true nature. This is akin to the ocean pushing unnecessary debris ashore, cleansing its depths. Old attachments, once seemingly unshakable, will begin to crumble like sand through your fingers. People with whom you once shared your shores may not be able to withstand the force of your new current. They will look at you with incomprehension and sometimes with fear, for your light is now too bright for those accustomed to your shadow. You may experience a painful sense of loneliness, as if you are in the open ocean with no familiar landmarks. But remember, this is not a loss, but a necessary purification, Pisces. You are shedding old skin, leaving behind everything that hindered your growth. The price of your wholeness is the readiness to let go of everything that cannot flow in the same current as your reborn soul. This is not easy, but it is in this purification that true freedom is born, allowing your pearl to shine unobstructed, illuminating only your own unique path. It is a steep ascent, but every wave overcome makes you stronger, denser, even more unsinkable. But it is precisely at this moment, when your inner pebble seemed unshakable, and every storm weathered was just a step toward the summit, that the universe prepared its most insidious blow. The shadow side of your soul, which you so diligently subdued, will suddenly rise from the depths with unprecedented power. This is not just a whisper, Pisces. It is a deafening roar, shaking your very foundations. All old fears you believed conquered, all doubts you learned to circumvent, will surge at once, like a tsunami, threatening to engulf you entirely. Suddenly, it will seem that all sacrifices were in vain, that the wholeness you gained is merely a fragile mirage that melts before your eyes. You will feel yourself again as that Pisces who once feared to raise their head above water, who sought to dissolve into the faceless crowd just to avoid pain. The voice whispering of your unique mission will be drowned out by a chorus of inner demons, convincing you won't make it, you are not strong enough. Go back to the familiar darkness, it's safe there. This will be like a deep-sea current, seemingly carrying you towards the light, suddenly sharply changing direction, dragging you back into the abyss where cold and oblivion reign. Your pearl, which shone so brightly, will seem too heavy a burden, too bright a light for eyes accustomed to twilight. You will experience despair that will drown out all previous triumphs, making you doubt every step taken. This is the apex of the inner storm, Pisces, a moment when it seems that all is lost, and there is no strength left to swim further. It is precisely then when even the most distant ray of hope seems to have faded, and the ocean around has turned into endless, bottomless darkness, that you will feel complete powerlessness. Do not resist, Pisces. Do not try to swim against this current of oblivion. Do not seek a safe harbor. This is not a time for struggle, not for questions. This is a time to freeze, to allow yourself to be carried into the deepest, coldest corners of your soul, where there is neither light nor sound, only absolute void. Embrace this abyss as a part of yourself, as that side of the world ocean that always exists. Allow yourself to dissolve into a moment of complete vulnerability, where there are no masks, no defenses, only bare essence, trembling in the cold. This is your dark night of the soul, Pisces. It has come not to destroy, but to show the depth to which you can plunge and remain yourself. Do not try to understand its meaning now. Just breathe. Just be. Let this wave of despair completely engulf you, carrying away all illusions, all fears, all previous notions. Feel it pass through you, cleansing you to the core, leaving only an unshakable primordial essence. In this absolute stillness, in the silence of the depths, you will find not weakness, but something far greater. Something that awaits to be reborn from the ashes of the old world. This is not the end, Pisces. This is a starting point, a zero mark, from which true ascension begins. Only by passing through this darkness will you truly appreciate the radiance of your pearl. But it was precisely in this bottomless silence, where all sounds of the external world dissolved and inner demons quieted, that it came, a fierce, piercing revelation. not like a flash of lightning, but like the slow yet inevitable sunrise from behind the water's surface. In this moment, Pisces, an image surfaced from the deepest parts of your memory, that very pebble given to you by the wise messenger. Her words, which then seemed merely a comfort, now gained crystal clarity, becoming living, pulsating knowledge. It does not sink, Pisces, because it knows its density, its true nature. It does not cling to the shore, nor does it yield to every current. It moves with the flow, yet always retains its shape, its wholeness. Your strength lies in this inner density, in knowing who you are, regardless of external storms. Let it remind you, you do not merely float through life, you are the current, capable of shaping your own path, even when it seems that everything around you tries to dissolve you. This pebble is your silent mentor, whispering of your soul's steadfastness when the world around you is noisy. Hold it in your hand when you need to make an important decision. When the words of others try to drown out your inner voice, it is the anchor of your true essence, allowing you to remain true to yourself without losing connection to the great ocean of life. Suddenly, you understood, your strength lies not in fighting currents, nor in dissolving into them, but in conscious internal densification, in unwavering fidelity to your essence. The pearl you carried no longer seemed a burden, but became part of your inner density, the very anchor that holds you at the center of your being, allowing you to maneuver freely among any waves. Your new strategy is not confrontation, but the art of navigation. You will learn to dance with the most powerful tides, without losing your shape, without allowing them to drag you off course. You will allow the energies of the external world to pass through you, not holding them back, like the purest water that cleanses but does not dissolve. This is not passive acceptance, but active conscious movement, where every breath and exhale is synchronized with the rhythm of the universe, yet guided by your inner will. You are no longer a victim of circumstances, but the embodiment of the flow itself, its wise and unsinkable center. In this new clarity, you will gain not just peace, but an unshakable strength, capable of withstanding any storm while remaining absolutely open and fluid. This is the true wholeness of Pisces, to be simultaneously soft and indestructible, like a sea stone polished by eternity. But even this newfound density, Pisces, does not guarantee you ultimate peace. Just as the deepest currents can suddenly change their course, the universe has prepared the final, most sophisticated challenge. It will rise not from without, but from the very heart of your wholeness, from the depths of your compassion. This is not the fear of pain, but the subtlest resistance to the very act of receiving. At the moment when the suitcase of money is in your hands and sincere apologies are spoken, your core may clench. The voice you thought was subdued will whisper again, "Am I truly worthy of such complete retribution? Is this too much? Wouldn't it be better to give some away?" This is the ancient demon of self-denial, Pisces, a desire to dissolve, not to stand out, not to claim the full measure of what is deserved. It will convince you that true wisdom lies in renouncing excess, in humility bordering on self-abasement. Your soul, woven from empathy, might succumb to the temptation to diminish the gift's significance so as not to appear too rich or happy. This is a trap, Pisces, the last mirage of your shadow side, meant to hold you back from true greatness. For it is the complete, unconditional acceptance of this retribution that is the key to your ultimate transformation. This is not greed, but an act of cosmic justice that must be completed. By not accepting it fully, you will leave the door open for old patterns of inadequacy. Your task is not to dissolve in empathy, but to affirm your wholeness. To accept this gift means to say yes to a new destiny, to your right to abundance and happiness. This challenge is not a struggle, but a final act of awareness. You are not just receiving, you are completing a cycle. You are becoming a vessel capable of containing the full measure of the universe without losing yourself. Only then will your pearl shine in its full power, showing that true strength lies in the ability to receive, not by contracting, but by expanding. And so, when the last whisper of doubt tried to draw you into the familiar harbor of self-abasement, you made a choice. You did not shrink. You did not give away. Instead, you flung open your inner gates to abundance, allowing it to enter without reservation, to accept the full measure of what was deserved. It was like a powerful tsunami of light that flooded every cell of your being, washing away centuries of fears and false self-perceptions. You felt the old, constrained Pisces, the one who hid in the shadows and deemed herself unworthy, dissolve in this flow, leaving only a faint echo. In its place, something else was born, powerful, radiant, absolutely free. This was not just a transformation, but a complete, unconditional merging with your true divine essence. Your pearl, finally completely free from any coverings, pulsed in your very heart, becoming not just a symbol, but a living embodiment of your boundless power and unconditional worth. In this moment, you didn't just accept a karmic debt, you accepted yourself in all your fullness and majesty. This was your greatest act of self-love and wisdom, Pisces. The moment you ceased to be a drop in the ocean and realized that you are the ocean itself, with all its depths, currents, and limitless potential. This catharsis is not the end of the journey, but a bright, dazzling dawn, heralding the era of your true reign. And so, as the dazzling dawn of your true reign illuminated every corner of your being, you felt all the promises of the universe take tangible form. The pearl that had awaited its moment for so long now does not merely shine in your palm, it has become your heart, a pulsating light that guides you through any depths. This is not just possession, Pisces, it is a merging, where your essence and your gift become one, indivisible and eternal. The material flow that returned to you in the form of a suitcase is not just wealth. It is freedom, Pisces, the freedom to breathe deeply, spread your fins, and swim wherever your soul calls, realizing that long-held dream that can now finally take shape. It is a resource that allows you not only to provide for yourself, but also to create oases of abundance around you, sharing your light with those who need it, no longer out of a sense of duty, but from the fullness of your own heart. The sincere apologies from the person with the scar, like healing seawater, washed away the last bitterness, leaving behind not a scar, but a smooth, renewed skin of the soul. Your heart, once constricted by pain and distrust, is now open and calm, ready to receive love and give it without fear. This healing has released a vast reservoir of energy, which is now directed towards your own creation and growth. You are no longer bound by the threads of the past, you are free. You have become the master of your currents, Pisces. Not merely flowing with the will of destiny, but one who sets the course, who is capable of creating their own favorable flows. Your intuition, that inner sonar, now operates at full power, unerringly showing the way among reefs and submerged rocks, and your wisdom, like a deep-sea lighthouse, illuminates the path not only for you, but for those around you. You have gained not just wholeness, but an unshakable inner density, one that allows you to be simultaneously soft and fluid as water, and strong as a time-polished stone. This is not the end of the journey, but the beginning of a new era, an era of conscious creation, where every choice you make is an act of creation, and every breath is a confirmation of your boundless power. You are not merely Pisces, you are the ocean, containing all mysteries and all possibilities. And it is at this moment, as September 14th, 2025, arrived, and the universe fully completed its cycle of retribution, that you didn't just feel like the ocean. You became it. You not only accepted what was returned, but also realized that every gift, every healing, every path you forged is merely a manifestation of your own boundless essence. On this day, as the suitcase of money and sincere apologies cemented the restoration of justice, you heard not a whisper, but a powerful, all-encompassing voice from the deepest parts of your being. It resonated like an echo of eternity, like the pulse of life itself, affirming your new reality, your unshakable truth. Repeat after me, Pisces, feel how these words resonate with every cell of your renewed body. With every particle of your shining soul, I am abundance, I am justice, I am love, I am boundless power, creating my world. This affirmation is not just words, it is your new compass, your inner lighthouse, which will henceforth guide you through any waters. What has transpired is not the end of the journey, but a bright, dazzling dawn, heralding the era of your true reign, where every choice you make is an act of creation. Your horizon is now infinite, Pisces. Ahead lie not just new shores, but entire continents of unexplored possibilities awaiting your touch. You are not merely a traveler, you are the path itself, forging new currents, creating new worlds. Your story, the story of a great soul, never ends. It merely expands, deepens, becomes ever more magnificent with each new turn. Continue to shine, continue to create, continue to be that boundless power you have always been, but which you have only now fully realized. Let every breath be a confirmation of this great truth, and every step a dance with the boundless ocean of your own destiny. Embrace your infinitude and know your pearl shines eternally.